Hey guys, it's Ndoplex and welcome back to World of Tanks. Today I'm going to be playing here in the SKODA T50, the Czechoslovakian Tier 9 medium tank. Now I have only recently gotten this tank and I've just managed to get the top gun on this tank. And let me tell you, this tank is probably one of the worst stock grinds I have ever had on any tank. Full stop. It's slow, the gun's crap. You don't get an autoloader until you invest almost 100,000 XP into this tank. So it is a real tough grind to get this tank where you want it to be in its most powerful state. Without field mods, of course, because I have not yet reached the TVP, the Tier 10 medium. But this is as strong as it can get for me before acquiring those field mods. So let me tell you, when you do eventually get through that horrible stock grind, this tank becomes an absolute beast. We are here in a Tier 10 matchup. Half Tier 10s, half Tier 9s. Not bad, but, well, I suppose it is bad. It's about as bad as a matchmaking can get for a tank like this. But with the great standard pen on this tank of 248 and the heat pen of 310, it really doesn't struggle too much when you're in these Tier 10 games. And because you haven't got armor in this tank anyway, you're never going to be bouncing tanks anyway, so the fact that we're in a Tier 10 game doesn't really matter. I try and make my way up to the hill there, thinking it's safe, and unfortunately, we get hit by both the artillery and an Object 277 who's camping at the back of the map, and lose our entire health bar here. And that is not a very nice start to this game. However, now we're up on the hill, we've got the power position and able to put pressure along this eastern line. It's now going quite good, and you can see the damage output of this tank. You get 3 shells, 320 alpha damage with an intricate reload of 1.8 seconds, meaning you can dish out 960 damage on total in 3.6 seconds, which is just crazy. And you'll see the DPM of this tank is actually very nice when the reload of the 3 shells is only 20 seconds, which is very good indeed. And this is going to be a great demonstration of what autoloaders are good for. That quick burst damage and then being able to relax and reload. And if you have a paced out game with your autoloaders, you can have some really good games. So I'm saying to this Lion, I'll help him, and me and him are going to have some good partnership throughout this game today. Not really expecting anything, hoping to maybe get some shots on those tanks at the back. You can normally get some good shots, crossfires here, but it looks like they're all pretty well in cover. Maybe we get a shot on the STB-1 here. Only up to 1,000 damage so far. And here we go, the Object 277 that shot us at the start of the game is coming up on full hit points. But when you're coming up against an autoloader and an auto reloader, look how quickly his health disappears. I put 2 shots into his tracking him, locking him down, and there you go, a full health Tier 10 target taken out very quickly by an autoloader and an auto reloader, and a little bit of assistance from the other SKODA behind him. And that just really is the power of these auto-loading tanks, being able to deal with an enemy so damn quickly. The Leopard took a shot, I didn't even take a single point of damage, and we are well in this game. Unfortunately, our team seemed to be losing both of the flanks here, which is not great. We are down by over 2,000 hit points and down a tank, so our work is not yet done. Only up to 2,000 damage combined here. I see the Kranvang advancing on the base, managing to take out that Grilla 15, very useful, and our Lion securing another kill from the middle. I'm looking for this STB-1, hoping he might pop out and try and shoot the Kranvang. I see the Object 752 and some nice shots. Why is it only yellow on his side? Oh. It looks like I fat-fingered my 3 key at some point in this game. Didn't realize, and so just loaded some HE shells into the side of that 752. Well, let's hope that missing that potentially 900 damage doesn't come to haunt us later on in this game. WZ is advancing at our Kranvang, but he is reloaded, nicely ready for the engagement. And this game is dead even right now. They are slightly on top of hit points. However, we have made our way into their base, and unfortunately, our Lion, our buddy there, gets taken out behind. But we're gonna try and assist this Kranvang here with the WZ, and can we find the shot? Yes, we managed to sneak in a beautiful shell there shutting down the tier 9 Chinese tank destroyer. And I'm still looking for this STB. I'm hoping he's going to peek out and have a look, maybe try and aggress on the Kranbong, maybe try and aggress on the SKODA T50. So I'm just waiting right now. Unfortunately, our guerrilla seems to be losing the other side. The enemy artillery is spotted. And I see the STB-1. Is he going to pull out? Our Kranbong shuts down the artillery. And I'm just sort of waiting for this guy. I pull back through the hedges. There we go. He pops out. And even though he only pops out momentarily and gets straight back, 700 damage straight away to him, which is a great result. Unfortunately, the T30 on the enemy team shuts down our SKODA. And now down to half the hit points of the enemy team. This is looking like a bit of a predicament. I'm thinking here, what do I do? Our guerrilla is sort of caught out in the open. Kranbong is down at the enemy base, has been for the entire game, basically. And our artillery is by himself. So I'm thinking they're going to start advancing towards our base. So I'm going to try and set up an ambush in the SKODA. Now, this is just prime time for these sort of auto-loan tanks. Excuse me while I just destroy part of this beautiful building. I just wanted a nice, clear working area. And ambush tactics is what you want in these auto-loading tanks. I say to the artillery that I'm going to help him. I back up behind the tree here so that when we do come to be able to see the object 752, we're able to pull back through the bushes, shoot him, and not get spotted. And hopefully, the GW Tiger is able to live long enough to allow us to get some shots into this guy. I see him advancing. I pull back through the bushes, and we put 1 in. We put 2 in. Unfortunately, the second one tracks him. And the third one, nice. Okay, we managed to shut him down there. Unfortunately, that is the same 752 that we would have killed now if our other shots had penetrated. Unfortunately, not to be. And he shuts down our artillery. I'm hoping I'll be able to reload quick enough to be able to see this guy. And it looks like he's finding a nice bit of cover. A little bit of a dip that I didn't actually know was there around the back of our base. So, unfortunately, it doesn't look like we're going to be able to take him down very easily. I've got the guerrilla with me. He's not actually up the top. He's down the bottom at the right-hand side. But we're up to 3.5k combined now and had a pretty decent game. But outnumbered and the enemy with significantly more hit points than us, this could still very much be a battle. So I'm trying to set up another ambush here, thinking the badger's going to come around, so I'm knocking these trees over to again provide me with cover. These auto-loading tanks are all about the assassination. You want to be able to get the jump on your opponent, see them first, and hopefully shut them down before they're able to get you. And there we go. The badger arrives in our cap circle. I'm waiting for the shot, hoping he'll turn well side on. There it is, behind 2 bushes there, so he won't even spot us. Unfortunately, we don't manage to get the kill on him, failing to penetrate. And oh god, the tier 10 Russian 277 and the STB-1 both making their way above us. So I'm a little bit worried now. I don't want to get shot by that badger behind, the 275 behind. The 277 looks like he's going to come forward. I'm going to have to get off this hill. I'm still not reloaded. Our guerrilla gets shot down by the STB. I see this 277 above us, and I managed to get some shots in below him. He puts 1 into me, but luckily, with the rapid rate of fire and the quick intra-click reload, he cannot get back quick enough, and we managed to take him out of the game. Now, me and this Kranbong in a 2 versus 4 situation. I'm asking for assistance of this guy because I realistically cannot move from this position with him above me proxy spotting. Luckily, he falls back, so I'm going to wait until I'm no longer spotted, and then I have to try and get out of this position. The 752 is going to be advancing on me, and the SUV-1 with the high ground is going to be able to make easy pickings of us. Do I get spotted? I do get spotted there by the 752. Thankfully, though, because I got spotted, the STB-1 came forward trying to find the shot, and I managed to, and our Kranbong friend here managed to shut him down. What an absolutely great result. So I was a bit worried there that I might get spotted, but I've got a full camo crew on this tank, and so this tank is actually quite sneaky behind the bushes here, so he doesn't spot me. Although, with his 6th sense having gone off, I'm not going to stay there and aim in front of him, because he might blind fire the bush. If he knows he's been spotted, he's obviously going to know pretty well where I am and try and blind fire me, so I'm a little bit worried about that. And I am a 1 shot to his 390 alpha damage. I decide to intuition switch here and reload a heat mag for this new Soviet autoloader, a very scary tank with some very good frontal armor. I'm just trying to find his lower plate there. I put 1 in, it bounces. The second one manages to go in. He misses. I know that he's got about a 3-second intra clip, so I know I can get my 3rd one in. Unfortunately, again, it doesn't penetrate. God, that tier 9 is so strong. New out of the loot boxes. Get yourself one, guys. It's a very good tank. I haven't personally managed to get my hands on one, but my brother did, and he was very lucky with it. And I'm just worried about this guy spotting me. He does spot me there, and the Kranvang makes an absolute hero play. Squashes the 7.52. Wow, what an absolute turn. It looks like he wasn't able to get his shot on target, so he thought the best he can do is squish him, takes him out of the game, and we have got 30 seconds left on the cap. We don't know if it's the T30 or the Badger, but we saw the Badger up there, and the T30 has not been spotted for a good 3 or 4 minutes. I don't want to just go straight up the middle. He's going to be expecting me to go that way, and so I push around the right-hand side of this mound here. We've got 15 seconds, 14 seconds. This is going to be a very close interrupt. I've got a fully loaded mag. Are we going to be able to get there in time? 8 seconds, 7 seconds, 6, 5, 4, 3. We aim the shot, and there we go. We put one in. Second one in. We shot him down, getting ourselves 98 defender points there. Excellent result. And I'm just trying to hide here. I don't know where that T30 is. It's been so long since he was spotted. He could be anywhere on the map right now. So I wait until I'm no longer spotted, and I'm going to start progressing to the enemy base. Now, in this situation, I've got 4 minutes left on the game, which is not a long time, and I need 1 minute and 40 to cap this game out. Alternatively, I can go looking for the T30, but with this little time on the game, I don't know where he's going to be. I have no idea where he could be anymore. Possibly he's still over on that 1 and 2 line. Possibly he's made our way up towards our base. Possibly he's gone back to his base. I have no way of knowing. And so I think the best thing I can do here is rather trying to chase him around the map for 3 minutes and maybe not find him, or maybe stumble into an ambush. I think I need to put the pressure on him and go for the cap circle now. So we're up to 5,500 combined here. A pretty nice result here in the SKODA T50 in a very tense game right now. And it is a 1v1 versus me and this T30. Now, last we saw from my radio range, he was on 1,100 hit points, which that's going to take me more than a mag to kill. I'm never going to be able to kill him in one magazine if he's still on those hit points. Admittedly, he's been out of my radio range, so he could be on less, but there's no way I can tell. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be expecting him to come from the 1 and 2 line, and I'm going to position myself behind this rock and behind this bush. So hopefully, if the T30 drives up towards us, we're going to have the camera rating to be able to spot him before he spots us through the bush. And hopefully, I'll be able to put a tracking shot into him and stop him from getting us. That's what's going through my head right now. That's my plan. My plan is, if he comes up towards us, I'm going to immediately dip left to the rock and try and get out of his range. Now, I intuition switched to there for an AP mag, because the heat shells might get stuck on his tracks, might not pen him, and I think I've got a much better chance with AP to go through him. He's not got very much armor, and I'm not getting through his turret with heat anyway, so it doesn't matter. I think AP is the right choice here, and this is tense. 2 minutes left on the game, a minute left to be able to cap, and where is he? He hasn't been spotted at all. I'm expecting him to come from this direction where he was last spotted. I was thinking he might be hibernating over the sort of H2 area. Not sure where he is. The sirens are sounding now. 30 seconds left on this cap circle, and I am just sweating right now, thinking, where's he going to come from? Maybe he's AFK. Maybe he's gone too far away and can't make it back. There's no way to know where this guy is, and all I can do is assume that he's last spotted over there. He's going to be somewhere over there, and just wait and see what happens. We're on 15 seconds. 10 seconds left on this game. No spotted. Haven't seen anything. This is looking good for me. This is looking very nice for me. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. 1 second. I get spotted. The T30 was behind me. And he manages to put in the shell when the cap reached 100. What an absolute heartbreak. He is on 420 health, and he obviously must have made his way around the back here, around the 9 line, and was trundling down here behind me. And unfortunately, he had just enough time to be able to make it back to the cap circle and put a shot right into the back of my tank. What an absolute heartbreak of this game here. We struggled so hard with our Kranvang teammate to be able to shut down those enemy tanks. Played a really nice game of World of Tanks, very sneaky. Managed to defend our cap circle for 98 cap points. And unfortunately, the T30 managed to defend his cap circle for 100. So sometimes, guys, that's just how it goes in World of Tanks. What an absolute heartbreak here for the SKODA T50. But nonetheless, a very good game and one that definitely got the adrenaline pumping for me. So here we go for the post-game stats here today. This was a first class for the defeat here on Abbey. We managed to get a Lavashio's medal for destroying 2 enemy tanks or tank destroyers. With a medium tank, these tanks must be 1 higher tier than us, which we managed to achieve with the Badger and the Object 277. Also a defender medal for the, how many cap points did we manage to reduce? 100 base defense points there we managed to get. So a great defender medal there for us. 5,300 damage, 3 kills, and 1 absolute heartbreak here. Well played to the T30 on the enemy team, who did manage to go top on their team. And he himself managed to get 100 base defense points as well. What a fantastic round of World of Tanks. And these tense games are really some of my favorite. Unfortunately, the tense games where you win are definitely better than the tense games where you lose. Anyway, I really do hope you enjoyed this video, guys. If you did, please be sure to give it a like and subscribe to the channel. I really do appreciate it. And let me know down in the comments below, what is your worst heartbreak you've had in World of Tanks? This has definitely got to be up there on my list. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.